nigh at hand.
So this is the preparation day when they buried him, which is the 14th, which is the Passover. It says that right there.
Yeah, they do this. Okay.
Right? I gave you the precept for that.
John 19. 42. All right, so what you're saying is, but you're still talking about that the day also is in the night.
Yeah, it's still the 14th. And it's still, and once the evening came, they're still calling this the preparation day, right? So Mary Magdalene and them was there and they witnessed the crucifixion, right? So let's pick it up and see what they did on this day of the crucifixion. Luke chapter.
Let me see something here.
Okay.
What we at? We were just at John, right?
Yeah, John 19.
John 19:42. Yeah, so that's the thing again. In the Greek, we just have preparation.
Okay, well.
Aristouin. It doesn't say preparation day.
Okay, but this is the 14th. In context, we just read up here in verse 31. The Jews, therefore, because it was the preparation day, that the body should not remain upon the cross on the Sabbath day. This preparation day that this is talking about right here is the 14th day, which is the Passover. This is what this is talking about. So when we get over here and it's still talking about the preparation day, this is in context. Verse 31 and verse 42 go hand in hand. It's talking about the preparation day. Nothing has changed right here.
Okay.
So
all right. So here again, I get what you're saying.
okay, so then let's get some more about this same day. So let's pick it up. Because the Gospels, all of the Gospels interchange. It's different accounts, but it's pulling them together.
Let's just get it straight before we move on. What I can agree on is that the preparation, I believe, is the preparation for the Passover. Which the Passover.
There's no preparation for the Passover. The preparation is for the Sabbath. Just like when you go to the 14th day, which is the Passover, is also the 6th day of the work week. So when you go to Exodus 20, verse 9 and 10, it says, 6 days do thy labor and do all our work, and the 7th is a day of rest. Well, the high Sabbath here is the same chag 3 times in a year, where they went up for unleavened bread, Pentecost, and Tabernacle. In the context here, we're talking about unleavened bread. So the next day was the high Sabbath. The high Sabbath here that it's talking about is the Feast of Unleavened Bread. This is what this is talking about in context. So when we go, let's go.
I can agree with that too.
Okay, so let's go to Luke. Let's go to Luke chapter 23, and we're gonna see what else they did, and we're gonna show what they did. Luke chapter.
Can I ask you a question? The Passover lamb was actually eaten at night, right?
Yeah, and it said, "Let nothing remain until the morning," because the morning is the starting point of the day, which in that case was the Feast of Unleavened Bread. So you had to burn it before the day.
So because of that, I look at it based on the scriptures as it being a celebration which happened at night.
It did.
All right, so now the day before that night is the preparation.
No, what scripture says that?
I mean, we just read the scripture.
No, we didn't read that. We're reading here that this day is the 14th. This is the preparation for the unleavened bread. Remember, before you have a biblical Sabbath, you have to have 6 work days. And before you have a Sabbath, your prep day is the day that you cook and prepare everything according to Exodus 16, verse 22.
And I remember you referenced that.
Okay.
The word preparation was not actually used there.
Yes,
but
yes it did.
In Exodus?
Yes it did, bro.
Let's see that. I understand the concept, but the actual phrase I don't remember. Let me say I don't remember it being used there. I could be wrong. I've been wrong before.
Exodus 16 and verse 20. Verse 22. It says, "And it came to pass on the 6th day that they gathered twice as much bread, 2 omers for 1 man, and all the rulers of the congregation told Moses. And he said unto them, This is that which Yahuwah has said, tomorrow is the rest of the holy Sabbath unto Yahuwah. Bake that which you bake today, and sieve that which you sieve, and that which remaineth over, let it be kept until the morning." This is the prep day.
Right, but I didn't see the word preparation or prep,
Okay.
you have to kind of extrapolate and use logic or reason to get that idea. You have to
You
interpret.
have to have a Exodus 20. Exodus 20. Exodus 20 verse 8. I start there. Remember the Sabbath to keep it holy.
Right.
6 days do thy labor and do all thy work, but the seventh is a day of rest. The day is the Sabbath of the Most High. You have to have a prep day for Sabbath. That is the day that you prepare your meal for the Sabbath. I don't care if you keep in the Saturday Sabbath, if you keep in according to the luminaries. Everybody has a prep day that they prepare their
Let
food.
me ask you, if the Sabbath starts in the daytime, why can't you prepare food at night?
Because, brothers, you shall kindle no fire throughout your habitation on the Sabbath
But
day.
the Sabbath is on the day. It starts at sunrise, right?
Yes, it does.
So what about the night before that?
Yeah. The thing is, the prep day, the preparation for the Sabbath, you can start prepping from the rising of the sun on the 14th all the way up to right before the rising of the sun on the 15th, and you're still within the guidelines of preparation, because a biblical day starts every day at the rising of the sun. So with the Passover meal started at evening being 6 p.m. like we went into to Mark 15:42. But the whole day, like I gave you John 19 and 14, it says, and it was the preparation day of the Passover. The Passover is the 14th, and it was about the 6th hour. That's 12 o'clock in the afternoon.
The Passover is the 14th at even, or haraba.
That's when the meal starts. The whole day is the 14th. From the rising of the sun to the next rising of the
Do
sun.
you have a scripture for that? Because the scriptures I know say that the Passover starts at the 14th at
The meal, the day starts, Leviticus 23 and verse 5. It says, these are the feasts of the Most High, even holy convocation, which you shall proclaim in their season. In the 14th day of the first month at even who is Passover, meaning his meal.
So that's the actual celebration, right?
That's the time that you, just like if I invite you to dinner, the day started at the rising of the sun, and I say, well, brother, come to the house this evening for dinner. That's when I told you to come to the house for the meal. The day already started. You just coming at a specific time. So when it says the 14th at even, that's instructions to kill the lamb, and then it says, and roast it by fire that night. What night? Of the 14th. But this scripture right here, John 19 and 14 says, and it was the preparation of the Passover about the 6th hour. The 6th hour of the day is 12 o'clock in the afternoon. So that's telling you the whole day is the preparation, but you start your meal for the Passover in the evening, which is the 12th hour of the day, which is 6 p.m. according to Mark 15:42. Now when the evening has come, that is the day before the Sabbath.
Can I ask you a question? You start your months on the crescent, right? The first crescent of the moon.
Yep.
That's at night though, right?
No, that's when you see it, if you can see it.
But the month starts the next day.
No, the month starts that day, that rising of the sun. That evening when you see the crescent in the west, that's the confirmation that day, that 12 hours of light called day, was new moon day.
So
because
you don't know until
I
you
know.
actually see
I know because I understand how to count the days, and you don't have to see the moon first in order to determine that it's new moon day. And I'll show you that too. 1 Samuel 20. This is. I mean, it's all throughout Scripture. 1 Samuel 20. This is David and Jonathan. So
20 verse.
I'm going to say 1 Samuel 20. We're going to start at
Kaka, peso chingapi. How much? Habari. Nini?
1 piece.
35?
One, yeah.
Shingapi moja.
Moja shilingi 35.
Ishirini who?
Shilingi 35. That's 5.
35.
1 piece.
Hagali. Hey, I give you, I need 2. Hamsini.
I'm talking Billy if I'm seeing.
Okay.
Sour.
Okay, so this is 1 Samuel 20, and we're gonna go verse 16, and we're gonna jump to verse 19. And this is the thing. It doesn't tell you here whether it was a 29 day or a 30 day. What it's telling you is that regardless to if it was a 29 or 30 day, it was the last day of the month.
Okay.
Right? So this is what Jonathan says. Jonathan, this is 1 Samuel 20 verse 16. So Jonathan, oh, I lost my verse.
Verse 1 Samuel 20:16 through.
Hold on, no.